In this video, I'm going to show you how to do the winding cast-on. I like this provisional cast-on because it's so easy. Provisional cast-ons are great for having a seamless beginning to things that are knit in the round, such as sock toes, and for seamlessly picking up stitches or grafting flat knits, like knitting a scarf from the center out so both ends match, or grafting the beginning to the end of a scarf to create a seamless infinity scarf. I'll be knitting in the round in this video like we do in the A Project in Sheep's Clothing pattern. To start the winding cast-on, hold both needles in your right hand and put your slip knot on the bottom needle. Then use the working yarn to go around the top needle in a counterclockwise direction and wind as many wraps as is required in the cast-on for your pattern. And I like to keep them close together so the cast-on's not sloppy instead of doing them far apart like this. And I like to add a few extra wraps in case I've miscounted, because you can simply drop them off if you don't need them. Now I've got my wraps done. I'm going to turn my needles so that they're pointing the opposite direction. Pull the bottom one out. So now I have the wraps around my needle, one needle, and the cord. And I'm going to start knitting. Now it doesn't matter whether you hold the yarn in your left hand like I do, or if you hold the yarn in your right hand. It all works the same. You're going to make sure that that yarn is around the cord, not between the cord and the needle. Like if it was like this, where it's just around the needle but not the cord, that would be wrong. So it's going to go around both the needle and the cord, and you're going to insert your needle into that top stitch so that the cord is on the right, this needle's on the left, and you're going to knit that stitch. And you're going to continue knitting down the side, and those stitches are going to open up like a triangle. You knit into that triangle. When you knit the specified number for the cast-on, or for the first half of the round in your pattern, you'll stop. You'll count them to make sure. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, need one more, 10, and then you simply drop the rest of the stitches. Now, this last stitch is very loose, and you can see that the tail is wrapping around the bottom of that stitch. Sometimes that tail comes unwrapped from the bottom of the stitch and it looks like a yarn over. If that's the case, just wrap the tail around and it anchors it down into a stitch. Now I'm also going to count the number of stitches I have on my cord to make sure it matches the number of stitches on my needle. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're in good shape. So now we're going to turn our work, and just like you do with the magic loop method of knitting in the round, we're going to slide the stitches where the working yarn is. So this is the last stitch that was made with the working yarn. Those are the ones that go down on the cord. And the stitches we have not knit yet go up on the needle. And we're going to knit that half of the round. Before we do that, we're going to place our halfway marker. I forgot to place my beginning of the round marker, so we'll do that when I get done with the round, but there's my halfway marker. We're going to slide that down. Now we're going to knit the second half of the round. So there should be 10 stitches. And before I forget, I'm going to place my beginning of the round marker, which I just put on the wrong needle. There we go. I'm going to slide my stitches down on the cable to show you what we have. This is the right side, and you can see they look like knit stitches. And if I flip it over, this is the wrong side. It looks like 2 rows of purl stitches.